ever pondered the enigma behind the creation of a villain? What twisted path leads to their birth? And how do they shape the fabric of a hero's journey? Um, let's dive into the dark tale of Muse, a character whose very existence challenges the boundaries of sanity and art. Uh, but before we delve into this labyrinth of madness, a quick reminder to those accompanying me on this narrative voyage. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button for more tales from the shadowy corners of the comic universe. Turns on what's called generals. Muse, a name synonymous with terror, first graced the pages of Daredevil Vol 511 in 2016. Conceived by the imaginative duo of Charles Soule and Ron Gurney, Muse emerged as a sinister artist whose canvas was the cityscape of New York, and his medium, the blood of innocence, his violent performances masquerading as art, left a trail of horror until his abrupt exit from the Marvel stage in 2018. But as the adage goes, in the comic world, death is but a suggestion. In 2025, Muse is set to resurface, not only in the comics, but also on the silver screen in the MCU's Daredevil Born Again. This villain, cloaked in an eerie mask, possesses a blend of superhuman speed and strength, alongside the uncanny ability to distort reality around him, rendering him an elusive specter. His artworks, constructed from the lives of his victims, are a testament to his psychotic vision, where death becomes a grotesque form of expression. The intersection of Muse's macabre journey with Daredevil and Blind Spot was a dance of chaos and order. And his brutal act of removing Blind Spot's eyes was a prelude to his unmasking by Daredevil, revealing a face that was as much a mask as the one he wore, a visual echo of his fractured psyche. Muse's reign of terror reached a crescendo when he took control of a courtroom only to be thwarted and incarcerated, his madness temporarily caged. But even behind bars, Muse's influence was not contained. His escape, a slap in the face to the inhuman guards, coincided with Wilson Fisk's rise to power as mayor of New York. Fisk's anti-vigilante crusade found an unwitting ally in Muse's defacement of the city's landmarks, a tribute to the very heroes he once battled. His violent encounter with law enforcement, which ended in their demise, was exploited by Fisk to bolster his draconian laws. Muse's story, however, is one of enigmatic origins. His past, a tapestry of unknowns, has led to wild speculation. Is he a mutant, an inhuman, or something entirely different? The media's nickname for him, Vincent Van Gogh, captures the horror of his artistic expression, but sheds no light on his true identity. As we turn our gaze to the MCU's interpretation of Muse in Daredevil Born Again, we find a character eerily faithful to his comic counterpart, with Wilson Fisk once again donning the mantle of mayor. The stage is set for a complex game of puppetry and manipulation. Will Muse's return spell doom for the Punisher, framing him for crimes most heinous. Only time will tell, and we eagerly await the answers when Daredevil Born Again premieres on Disney Plus. Now, as we conclude this grim saga, let's lighten the mood with a little humor. If Muse ever decides to hang up his mask and take up a more traditional form of art, I hear the MCU is always looking for new set designers, because what's a superhero showdown without a properly decorated crime scene? Um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the artistry and the world around you. Just make sure it's not Muse's latest masterpiece.